How about another round of applause for the President of Student Government, Martin Hurst. This historic fountain is unquestionably the most iconic, most viewed work in Iowa State University's public art collection. The original reflecting pool dates back to 1937. 4 years later, in 1941, Iowa State President Charles Friley commissioned Christian Peterson to create a sculpture to enhance the beauty of this site. Peterson, who served as Iowa State's first artist in residence for 21 years, drew inspiration from the time he spent on the Meskwaki settlement in Tama County. He created the 4 Native American maidens to represent the 4 seasons as a metaphor for family and the cycle of life. Each maiden demonstrates a line from an Osage chant. Lo, I come to the tender planting. Lo, a tender shoot breaks forth. Lo, I collect the golden harvest. Lo, there is joy in my house. According to Peterson's notes, he wanted to recognize and celebrate Native Americans as the first cultivators of the land and collect that heritage to Iowa State's agricultural mission. As a land-grant institution, we remain committed to stewardship of this land, and we acknowledge those who have gone before us in their commitment to the caretaking of this land. We also want to remember that Iowa State University is located on the ancestral lands and territory of the Iowa Nation. The United States obtained this land from the Meskwaki and Sauk nations in the Treaty of 1842. Today, as we celebrate the preservation and significance of the 4 maidens, we are reminded of the lasting impact on our campus. This marks the 2nd time the foundation has been restored and rededicated. The first rededication occurred on June 6, 1998. At the ceremony, the university president, Martin Jiske, remarked, "This fountain represents why President Hughes brought Christian Peterson to this campus and why we continue to use the arts today, not only to make this campus more beautiful and enjoyable, but to enhance the education of students who come here to study." The arts remain an essential component of Iowa State's culture and curriculum, adding value and dimension to the education experience, inspiring creativity and innovation across all programs of study. Students have often observed that the Fountain of the 4 Seasons represents their 4 years here at Iowa State, symbolizing their own personal growth and development. After 80 years of weathering the Iowa elements, it became time to replace the limestone maidens. The original maidens are now permanently located indoors for long-term protection, but the North Maiden is on view today. Look closely and you can see how 8 decades of weather eroded the detail. Careful attention was paid to create these exact replicas as Christian Peterson originally intended, down to the most intricate features. I want to recognize all those who made this important conservation project possible. I would like to thank Francis Miller of Conserve Art LLC, longtime conservator of Christian Peterson objects, Bart Dobson and Dave Bloom from Facilities Planning and Management, Brad Hill from the Memorial Union, Neiman Brothers Construction, Dwayne Reeves of the Division of Operations and Finance, Lynette Pullman, Sydney Marshall, and University Museum staff. Please join me in a round of applause for their outstanding efforts. to extend an invitation to the Christian Peterson Art Museum in Morrill Hall. There you can view an exhibition on Peterson's creation of the Maidens and learn more about this relationship with this Meskwaki nation. As we celebrate the return of these iconic sculptures, we're also celebrating the 50th anniversary of the University Museums. Iowa State is proud to have one of the largest campus public art programs in the country. It is conservation efforts like these that ensure this expansive collection can be enjoyed for generations to come. Now, with the completion of this 2-year project, let's enjoy the Fountain of the Four Seasons. Thank you all for coming.